And we're back, and I'm recording this before the last one went live because I'm going on a trip on Monday and I don't want to leave this game unfinished. Maybe the extra chapters, I don't particularly care about those, but main story I want to get finished. Aiko and I progressed through Heavenly Host, guided by the whims of the book, the school changing and shifting around us bit by bit. Man, I said that my inflections were like completely off everywhere. We were now faced with a peculiarly marked door. Oh, okay. It's way too quiet right now. Maybe I should take this opportunity to ask a few questions.
Aiko-san, Kuon sensei wa anata no onei-san datta no ne? ええ。私たち天神賞機関組は実はあの人のことをよく知らないの。記憶がないというか。担任なのに？ええ。ねえ、クオン先生のこと教えて。どういう人なの？
Is this the best time?
あの人は完璧な人よ。天才という言葉では収まらない。すべての理想という言葉が人間の形をしている存在。理想？まず11歳の時の著書が世界的ベストセラーになったのを皮切りに、文学界だけでなく科学、数学、芸能、経営、経済と数々の分野において研究や発表、マネジメントで大成功を収めているわ。公益財団法人 PL 振興社が一代の社長であそこまで成長しているのもあの人の力。私の家、庭家はあの人の印税で一生かかっても使い切れないほどの財を得ている。けれどそのせいで家族の絆は完全に断絶した。
So you got all that money, but you still sell ghost stuff for money? Okay.
両親は子育ても働くのも放棄して、姉のお金で海外で遊び回っていて帰ってこないしね。そうなんだ。愛子さんはお姉さんのこと好きなの？あの人は私を大好きみたいだけれど、私は大嫌いよ。昔から全部私の前にレールを敷いてしまうから。私には選ぶ権利も与えられなかった。
Once when she and I were out at a shopping mall, looking to buy new underwear, okay. Of all the things you could be shopping for, it has to be that. There was an incident while I was trying on a new bra. Oh.
私、これが好き。このブラがいいかな。
She just stuck her head into the dressing room through the curtain.
あら。
And then as if that weren't bad enough, she came right on in.
ダメよ。愛ちゃんいい？体に合ったものを身につけないとせっかくのスタイルが崩れてしまうの。
I mean, you're not the one who should be talking about an ensemble being ruined.
まだ若いからといって油断してると、年齢を重ねていった時に必ず足かせになる。油断大敵という言葉があるけど、まさに今この時よ。こっちにしなさいね。
She left the dressing room for only a moment, but now handed me a luxurious, elegant, lacy bra from the gap between the curtains.
こんなの。
I complained, but I knew I'd eventually have to try it on anyway, so I just broke down and did it.
ほら、やっぱり似合うわ。お姉ちゃんが買ってあげる。愛ちゃんは本当に可愛い。全部お姉ちゃんの言う通りにしなさいね。愛ちゃんはとってもいい子だからわかるよね。ね。
Koen's smile was so pure and sweet it was almost scary.
衣食住も親の愛情もすべて姉ありき。私の居場所を全部奪ってしまう。姉のせいで自分のない人生がもう何もかも嫌になって自暴自棄になりかけた時、私はレーグと出会い見せられオカルトに傾倒していった。
Certifiable? Okay, that's
霊
a
力という
word
姉
you
に
can
は
use
な
for
い
spirit
力を持
people.
っていることに興奮して体が震えたわ。これは私が見つけた力、私だけの世界。レーグオークションでの売り上げは具体的な数値となって私を高揚させた。なのにあの人はこの世界にまで踏み込んできてあっさりと私の先に立つのよ。忌々しいわ。
そうだったんだ。なんかすごい人なんだね。
まあ本当のところあの人のことは私もよく分かっていない気がする。行き過ぎた正義は悪になる。純粋すぎる悪は人を救済してしまう。世の中をよく見てみて。そうでしょ。一番正しいのは全ての答えではないのよ。きっとね。
Okay. Oops. Who is the character for this one? Is it Ayumi? No, it's Miss Clone. Alright. Okay, this is the bathrooms. There's an eye over there.
地鳴りがひどいわね。
校舎が崩壊に向かっているのかも。
まさかあの7番目の柱が。
目覚めだ。
誰？
ホンダはブックオブシャドウズが喋ってる。
涅槃が目を覚ました。
涅槃？コアのこと？魔女の魂が。
我々の接近を感じている。柱も涅槃に反応している。
Haven't seen him in a while. The sound of a monstrous explosion ran out, accompanied by a violent quake that rocked the very foundation of the school. Whoops. This earthquake had triggered an unfortunate side effect. The hole connecting to the underground passages had been completely sealed off. This meant that Mochide and the others would have no choice but to find another way out. Where are we? Which part of Heavenly Host is this? That's a very good question. Maybe it would be best if we stopped trying to put everything in the context of the old Heavenly Host. Either way, the only choice we got is to climb these stairs, so let's get moving. Well, we weren't Ayumi and them for long. Wait, what? Where's Naomi? Where's Naomi? I don't want to be... I guess I'll be Yoshiki. I'll turn that off. Maltuba's tomb researcher Yuki Fukuzawa. Unknown, various parts of body appear to have been eaten. Probably by Audrey, too. We managed to escape through the hole before it collapsed and wend our way through the numerous passages, finally arriving at the base of the enormous bell tower. As soon as we got there, however, there was another huge explosion. The whole school rocked beneath our feet. I was certain the class rep and Aiko must have felt these blasts as well, and could only hope beyond hope that they were both all right. Monstrous explosions continued to echo through the bell tower repeatedly, and violent tremors shook us again and again, seemingly without end.
7番目の柱が光ってる。
The Sephiroth of knowledge was indeed lit up, spewing its disquieting green flames every which way.
愛ちゃん、篠崎さん。
行ってみよう。ナオミ、背負ってやる。急ぐぞ。
Oh, that's where Naomi is. Yeah, I guess. Oh, Jesus. Oh, the stairs again. I ain't editing this out. Nope. Hey, Yoshikazu. How are you? I clicked in the left stick and I expected to whistle, because I've been playing Pokemon too much. Clicking in neither of the sticks does anything. Come on. Ugh. They share stamina? Yeah, I forgot. Ugh.
遅かったわね。
The Sephiroth of Knowledge wasn't the only thing to be found at the top of the tower. There, waiting for us on the landing, was Magali Mizuki holding Satsuki Mizuhara by the neck.
お前
She let go of Satsuki, who tumbled to the ground like a rag doll.
さつきちゃん。
生きてるよ。死にかけてたから連れてきた。愛子も歩みも涅槃の中心へ行ったわ。
なんだって。
人知の及ばない世界よ。見なさい。知識のセフィラが涅槃の目覚めに反応している。この校舎はもう数分のうちに壊れるわ。すぐに幸せの石で帰った方が身のためよ。
あなたはどうするの？
幸に壊された。
Magali flashed a bitter smile and showed off the rubble that was once a pair of Ever After stones. She seemed almost proud of what she'd been through. We'll just go with them. Miss Cohen then produced her custom-made PL promotion stones, which had also seen better days. They were full of cracks with a strange blue gas seeping out here and there.
こちらもなの。霊力がたまるどころか、
Oh.
どんどん抜けていく。
マジかよ。クオン先生。
どの道みんな死ぬ運命だったみたいね。参ったな。バルド心配してるかな。
Who? Magali scratched her head and looked for all the world like she'd resigned herself to her fate. It was a sight entirely unlike her. There wasn't anything we could do at this point but stand there and hopelessly watch the pillar pulsate, knowing that it could blow at any moment. And it was then that we'd all resigned ourselves to our fates as Magali had, that Miss Cohen suddenly looked down at her wristwatch and spoke.
サトシ君、
はい。
君の世界にいた私はいい先生だった？
え？
中島さんが言ってたっけ？確かゆい先生？
はい。
君の世界ってなんでそのこと知ってんだよ。
ミスト君も言っていたでしょ。オーラの色でわかるの。あなたたちは違う過去に存在していた人。
確かにゆい先生は面白くてドジで最高の先生だよ。でもクオン先生だってゆい先生と同じくらい優しくて楽しくてさ。
私も先生のこと大好き。
I was still straddling Satoshi's back, and I could barely form a coherent sentence, but I somehow knew if I were to ever to say it now, then it would be the time. I fucked up that sentence, but made it
あ
work.
りがとう。
Miss Cohen smiled brightly.
後悔もいっぱいあったけど、今の言葉で救われたかな。
天才と呼ばれたあんたでもそう思うのね。
計算の技能が早いのといろんな知識が豊富だったのは 単に私が異常な脳をしているだけよ。天才とかそんなのじゃない。こんな寿命まで見えてしまう人生にあなたは魅力を感じる？
Miss Cohen turned her wristwatch so everyone could see it. Counter displayed the number 300, and it was counting down second by second.
その時計。
寿命時計。最後の1秒まで無駄にしたくなくってね。
Life clock, a device capable of reading and displaying one's own lifespan. Is that like a thing that her company makes? I wouldn't want that. Ordinarily, I wouldn't put any stock in the accuracy of such a ridiculous sounding contraption. But this is Miss Quone we were talking about. Thinking back to everything she'd accomplished in the short time we knew her, and all the technology she devised through PL, I couldn't help but believe every word she said. No matter how preposterous these words may have been, nor how much I wished for them to be fabrications.
周囲に求められるがままに能力を使って命を削り続けてきたあなたは、肉体年齢は90を超えて寿命が近いって聞いてはいたけど、あの噂は本当だったみたいね。
Miss Cohen smiled and slowly walked over to the pillar.
私がこの柱を破壊するわ。みんな下がって。
She had the other baby tooth from Sachi in her
あ
hand.
の子の霊力があればできる。計算上だけど間違いないはずよ。
Won't this release Sachi? Like you ate her. Her spirit's inside you, isn't it?
クオン先生。
私がいなくなってもあなたたちの人生は続くよ。どんな困難にも負けないで。
先生。
みんな元気でね。
I screamed and I cried. I lashed out. This wasn't right. This shouldn't have been the end for her.
中島さん、サトシくんちの温泉は体も心も癒してくれるわ。またゆかちゃんと一緒に入るといいわね。あ、岸沼くんは小テストちゃんと受けること、山崎先生に話してあるからね。
ああ。
やだもう二人とも泣かないで。男の子でしょ。早く、もう時間がないわ。柱も私も。やだ、先生。
Where'd Satsuki go? Still on Sachi's back as he descended the God damn, man, I'm bad at talking lately. I screamed. There had to be another way. There had to be. Magari was the only one left who hadn't said anything yet.
忘れないでおくわ。あんたっていう天才を。マルトゥバは心霊医療から手を引く。
約束してね。
愛子は私が守ってあげる。
And with that, Magari followed us down the stairs away from the pillar. Once Miss Quona confirmed we were all out of range, she pressed her hand and Sachi's tooth upon the monolith. She suddenly began to breathe heavier as if she were running out of air. Her years were physically catching up to her all at once. She began to feel as old as her body appeared. She looked down at her watch. There were only 20 seconds left. With nothing left to hold them back, the tears began to stream down Miss Cohen's face. The counter was down to 10. You better hurry up, girl. Miss Cohen's arm began to fuse with the pillar as if she were being pulled in.
そう思える。なんて幸せなんだろう。
The upper portion of the bell tower lit up with a blinding flash and exploded with tremendous force. The entire school shook harder than ever. Each of us was blown clean off the stairs and knocked unconscious in the process. A piece of Heavenly Host blew out, leaving an enormous crater in its wake. The dimension of empty expanse, bright and white. A world without a single sound. There I stood, dumbfounded. I couldn't speak. Where am I is what I wanted to say. Whose perspective were we going for? We were Naomi, and now are we Satoshi? Like, I'd never know whose perspective we're talking from because it just randomly changes. I guess we're Satoshi now.
先生。
出会えたことがもう奇跡なんだよ。死ぬのは怖くないって思って見ていた私の時計。寿命が来れば消えればいい。それまでただやることをって考えて生きてきたの。あなたに出会って生まれて初めて恋をして生きたいって思った時、時計のカウントが減らなくなった。恋っていいね。別の世界から来たあなたは私と出会った最初の日のこときっと知らないだろうけど、元の世界に戻ったらまた違う先生が君と出会うのかな。ちょっと悔しいけど私じゃない先生によろしくね。バイバイ。
My face was coated in tears and snot. I stood up, arm outstretched, but there was nothing I could do. She was gone. So where'd Satsuki go?
大丈夫、あゆみちゃん。すごい地震だったわね。急がないと。
This door's been eaten away. Look at the teeth. Look at the mouth. That's cool. Subutai Junior High Class 3SC, Nanako Hayame. Decapitated by door while peering out into hallway. Cabinet door is locked. The hexes scrawled on each of the awards in the display case are now glowing, and the laughter of vengeful spirits filled the air. Oh. Oh, there's a spooky face in the window. Well, I didn't read the name. Can I... Yep. Keiichi Aoki. Heart stopped from lightning strike. Yeah. Whatever. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah, the glass. Oh, we're in the library. Oh, shut up. Ah, glass. Oh, I might be dead. No. Oh my god, I keep running into stuff. How is my health not red yet? It's only at half? Man, these are generous health bars. What the heck is this thing that I'm walking on? So is there like anything in here? I don't think so. Oh, Jesus. I mean, I don't see where else I could go. This wouldn't be so bad if that stupid ghost wasn't here. I'm just saying, mate, mate, mate. Stop it! Shut up. Futhark document 4 obtained. Oh, would you get out of here? Okay. The soldier bore witness to the slaughter and came to deplore it. The witch and the skewer died with naught but hate in her heart. Mothers peer upon thy kin, hug them tight to hide thy deplorable acts. The Lord says that thou shalt rebuke this massacre and meet hatred with reason. Thou canst guard against the pike, merely smile when others look upon you. Okay, well that didn't tell me where to go. I might have to edit this. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do any editing here. Was there anything else here? Yes, there's a candle. Get away from me, ghost. Alright. So what am I supposed to be doing here? I guess I'll just wander around. Glass ball obtained. Alright. Oh. I don't know where that goes. Oh. What? What's not gonna do? I didn't even select anything. That doesn't look like it will be very sturdy. Where the hell is this? Oh, this is the other side of the bathrooms. I don't remember needing a board ever there before. What is this thing? It's just like a bone, I guess. Hey. There are various articles here on the witch hunts that occurred during the Middle Ages. A palpable malice emanates from these documents. Okay, we're in the crystal area from Dark Souls. Well, that's fun. Ow. I can barely see where I'm supposed to be going. By barely see, I mean I can't see at all. Oh god. There's name tags for all of them. Nagataki Nakata. Died swiftly but of unknown cause. Body was skewered post-mortem. Whoops. Ryohei Okamoto. Same thing. Tomomichi. Oh, Tomomoshi. Whose name am I reading? Tomomi Hashimoto. Died quickly. Same thing. Are they all just going to be the exact same thing? Hiroki Iwasawa. Motomasa Maeda. Tatsuya Miyazawa. That was fun. There was a single white door in the back of the crystal-filled room, along with an enormous red standing cross. The walls were lined with the crucified corpses of what looked like being Martuba's investigation team sent in before us. The Book of Shadows spoke once again.
いよいよね。
愛子さん、お願い、もう引き返して。くどいわよ。お願い。
Where's she gonna go?
足手まといになるかもしれないから言ってるの。あなたが。
Oh, dang. Aiko was at a loss for words.
ごめんなさい。
I draped my head and apologized for the sudden outburst. I'd intended to be looking out for Aiko, manufacturing an excuse to keep her out of harm's way, but it came across harshly. It worked, however. Aiko hung back and I stepped through the door on my own. Those are some quality bats. Look at those quality bats, just completely black, barely modeled. Inside was another realm entirely, one in which heaven and earth alike sat in ruins. The sky was a twisted coil of red and black, and the ground, or what was left of it, was little more than a black mass. The floorboards from the school stretched out before me, converging at a shining staircase leading up into the unknown. And high above all else loomed a conspicuous object, shining brightest of all. Oh, there's Satsuki. On another mass of floorboards below me were Kishinama, Mochida, Nakashima, and Numagari. Oh, we don't care about Satsuki and Yuka. Oh, they're there. Yuka and Satsuki were there too, though they were both clearly unconscious. Cracked a slight smile at Mochida's panicked reaction.
みんな、どうか生き残って。
Could you speak up?
死ぬんじゃないわよ。
My mind was made up. I was going to do this no matter what. I took my first step up the staircase. She's got to do this. I don't know why you're trying to tell her to stop. Takashimi addressed me with much effort, as she still seemed to be in tremendous pain. It was admittedly some comfort to receive so much support from my friends. Was that support? Was that support? Shinozaki, wait. Is that support? The stairs faded away behind me, quite literally, each one vanishing as soon as I stepped off it, actively rejecting the notion that anyone but the bearer of the book could be here. I continued climbing until I hit the top, which left me right at the foot of the shining object in the sky. The last of the steps disappeared, leaving me floating in midair. I clasped my arms around the Book of Shadows. I tucked the book under my arm and started leveling myself out a bit. Almost immediately, my vision began to blur. It looked like the world around me was melting. It took me a moment to realize that it was actually motion blur due to the extreme rate of speed at which I was flying. The shining object was getting closer and closer.
怖いけど負けないわ。今までいっぱい悩んで逃げて後悔してきた。関係ないって自分の殻に逃げ込む癖がついていた。
How long have I been recording? Wow, that's been a long time.
けど
道はこっちにはないって気づいたんだから、覚悟したんだから。見ててお姉ちゃん、目は閉じない。何なの？
Following events all happened in rapid succession. The runic letters on my thigh from the black blowback at Yoshie Shinozaki's estate began glowing red and spurting blood. That was as I was observing and confirming this, 4 small blue lights were drawn to me like moths to a flame. Once they got within arm's length, they stopped moving and just hovered. I had a feeling I already knew the answer. These 4 lights were giving off a gentle, caring, friendly glow. They were the purest and strongest lights I'd encountered here. I felt more reassured than ever but just by looking at them. In my mind, I could understand them without the need for words. Their aura was inviting as could be. I began to cry. This was no time to lament or mourn, though. The runic letters on my arm now began glowing red and spurting blood, just as the ones on my thigh had moments before. The Book of Shadows spoke again. What? When the Nirvana addresses you in Futhark, you may answer back by pressing the QuickTime buttons. Use the Futhark lettering of your own as indicated. Oh god. What? I'm sorry, what? I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm sorry, I have no clue what I'm doing. I think I'm losing lives. Yep. I guess I was doing okay for a while, just randomly hitting buttons. What? Did I do it? Did I do it? Did I accidentally beat the boss? I awoke to a white expanse stretched out before me and realized I was still in midair. It almost seemed like I was above the clouds looking down on the world below. Finally, the light from the Book of Shadows faded as power spent. I immediately lost my balance and fell through the sea of clouds, landing with a thump. Oh. Before me, I saw a young blonde girl sitting in the nude. The entire area was so blindingly bright, though, that I couldn't make out who she was. Clouds clung to the ground, even here, giving my surroundings their unearthly glow, pure white as if this were the aftermath of a blizzard. I could make out the new details the longer I focused, and now noticed that the girl before me had almost translucent blue eyes with no eyebrows. She was gazing fixedly at me. I can only think of this being as someone who existed beyond human knowledge. I thought it was something that nobody could describe, but I guess it's just some girl. I addressed her with a fearful break in my voice, but she just continued staring at me in total silence. I raised the Book of Shadows, but the girl's expression did not change. The girl spoke, but I couldn't understand what she was saying. The girl stood and began approaching me. I tried to take a step back, but tripped and fell. This is when I first noticed my surroundings. The clouds had receded a bit, revealing no snow broth, but a thick forest of half-dead trees. The girl approached me slowly, one step at a time, in an almost rhythmical manner. queen. Her mouth opened wide. Get the book. Oh. And a large branch popped out from the back of her throat. Suddenly she was crucified directly in front of me. Blood splattered everywhere. I was completely drenched. I screamed and tried to move back. My legs had given out. Meanwhile, the Book of Shadow lay on the ground. It was the furthest thing from my mind at the moment. Then from behind this skewered girl, I caught sight of another girl who looked just like her, her body, flaming body hanging from a tree. It swung very slightly in place, creaking and groaning with each creaking and groaning with each revolution. I could hear accusatory yells in that same foreign language coming from hysterical men and women in the forest. I shifted my focus from the burning hand girl in the tree back to the girl in front of me, and she too was now completely burned. Get the book. She continued walking towards me little by little, step by painful, deliberate step. And when she finally reached me, she put her hands around my neck and began to choke me. Thinking quickly, however, I grabbed the girl's arms, pulled her in, and gave her the biggest hug I could muster. What?
言葉はわからないけど伝わってくるわ。虐殺された命の悲鳴。あなたに何があったのかはわからない。でも多分あなたにそっくりな少女を私は知ってる。
Burn girl stopped moving entirely. I guess I got her attention.
悲しくて悲しくて、その子は命を奪われてからもお母さんのことが大好きで、誰にも許されなかった。苦しんで苦しんで助けを求めるままに自分をなくして呪いに溺れて。
My eyes began to overflow with tears. I loosened my grip slightly, and the burned girl began to stroke my cheek delicately, yet strangely.
あなたの憎しみと怒りは正しいわ。でも悲しみの連鎖は誰かが止めなきゃならない。かわいそうでもあなたにしかできない使命なの。
She continued to stroke my cheek, but then also raised her other hand to my eye, stuck out her finger, and jammed it right into my eye socket. Oh. Pain shot through me in one incredible wave. From somewhere deep within my head, I could hear the sound of a foreign body digging around my muscle tissue. Her finger had directly cut my ophthalmic nerve. Between the intense agony and the deep, disturbing sound, I felt like I was on the verge of insanity. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? I think a bug fell on my leg and then rolled off. Hold on. What the hell was that? I don't see anything skittering around down there. I don't know what that was. I probably wouldn't be a bug. It's all snowy out and they're all sleeping. I don't know what that was. That decided I'd allowed my body to give in to the convulsions that had begun racking it. I was trying not to consciously focus on the pain, instead focusing on the girl. I felt as if I were mere moments from choking on my own tongue when the girl's finger finally dug my right eye out of its socket completely. Words could not describe the extreme pain. You don't seem to be in too much pain. You're just going, ugh, oof. I cramped up completely and began shivering. The girl then put the sticky, bloody eyeball in her palm, displaying it triumphantly in view of my other eye for a moment before squeezing it with every ounce of strength she had. It still had some elasticity to it, so it expanded in her hand until its length had roughly doubled, but it could only take so much, eventually exploding into milky white and red goo. Yet I still refused to show any sign of intimidation. I did not react. I waited until the girl's eyes met mine, then flashed her a soft smile. She looked genuinely puzzled. Then she threw herself at me and our lips met. What? I hugged her once more in spite of my trembling arms. I don't know if your lips met works when the other person doesn't have them. I noticed that the stairs were back even though they were supposed to be gone. A huge shockwave shook the air, transforming into light and shattering around me. I could hear Kishinima and the others yelling out in shock, having witnessed everything from the bottom of the stairs. Aiko was there too. While she climbed down to be with them. When the light settled, I was standing on top of those mystic red stairs which had now reformed and stretched down below me to the remnants of Heavenly Host. How long have I been recording now? Oh. You know, I'm just going to finish the whole game in this video. I thought it was her other eye that got poked out, to be honest. I held my gored out right eye socket in my right hand and the Book of Shadows on my left. I slowly, solemnly descended those stairs of light. You don't seem to be in too much pain. Naomi seems better.
その目怪我したのか
大丈夫。あの子をここに戻すための優しい傷だよ。
The Book of Shadows in my hand had a white sheen to it now. I gave a weak smile and slowly formulated in my mind the exact words I wanted to say.
私のためにみんながひどい目にあって、どんなに謝ってもやっぱり許されることじゃないって分かってる。これ以上みんなを傷つけさせないよ。この涅槃から守るから。
何言ってるの？
どうしたんだよ篠崎。急に変なこと言って。
大丈夫、心配しないで。今度こそちゃんと守るって決めたの。
おい、篠崎。
Kirima seemed especially perturbed by this resolution. He must have thought I was on the verge of sacrificing myself for the greater good or something, and rightly so. But the section of floor where I stood up was too high for Kirima or any of the others to reach me. They couldn't stop me, not anymore.
篠崎。
私だって篠崎の末裔。幸子がそうしたように、私もこの涅槃を飲み込んで封印する。
幸子のように。それってまさか。
I've been too embarrassed to look my friends in the eye while informing them of this, but I knew I had to now. It was my last chance. I looked up at them, cheeks a little red. I giggled as playfully as I could.
いい加減にしろ。お前はもう十分傷ついたろ。もういいんだよ、篠崎。
Kishinima was downright hysterical, but I still kept that same bright smile on my face. I wouldn't let go of it no matter what.
でもね、いいこともあるの。吉江さんの記憶で見たんだけどね。天神症ができる前、幸子がこの涅槃を封印した時は、この涅槃に消された人の存在を取り戻せたの。
取り戻す。
篠原さんや鈴本さんたちみんなの思い出をこの世に取り戻せるかもしれない。
篠崎。
私は幸せだよ。ここでお別れになってもみんなの記憶にいるんだもの。それに比べて
篠崎。
今のままじゃ篠原さんや鈴本さん、森重君、結衣先生、それに涅槃
に存在を消されたたくさんの人が悲しすぎる。
お前はそれでいいのかよ。人のことばっか考えてんじゃねえよ。
My facade had finally cracked. A single tear rolled down my cheek, then another and another. And with impeccable timing, the Book of Shadows spoke, striking me while I was down.
残念だが、お前に救いは来ない。この邪術を行使するには、それなりの代償が必要だ。幸子ほどの霊力もないお前は、代わりにお前の存在を失うことになる。
んだと。
涅槃に触れる以上、存在に関しては生涯反動を受けねばならない。誰の記憶にも残らない。思い出されもしない。これまでお前が生きた証がすべて消えるのだ。よく考えろ。
篠崎、なあ、冗談じゃねえぞ。お前の存在そのものが消えちまうなんて、そんなバカなこと。
For a split second, I let my true feelings show, but then immediately forced a smile again.
でもみんなの人生を取り戻せるのなら。
なんでだよ。お前全然分かってねえ。
やめるんだ篠崎。他に方法はないのか。
そうだよ委員長、私はもう誰にも死んでほしくないし消えてほしくない。お願いだからやめて。
邪術は常に対価を必要とする。でもそんな未来、私も納得できないわ。
ありがとうみんな。でも誰かがやらなきゃいけないことなの。私やるわ。
涅槃の脅威は残しながらも見守ってゆく道もある。いいのか。
問題を先送りして次の世代に不幸を回すなんてダメ。そうでしょ。
ならば付き合おう。だがただの人間のお前にこの膨れ上がった涅槃を取り込むことができるかな。
飲み込めばいいんでしょ。やってみせるわ。
I shaved a piece of flesh from the wall of Heavenly Host, fully prepared to illustrate this point. Without thinking too hard about what I was doing and ignoring every impulse of my body, I shoved the fetid meat in my mouth, chewed it, and gulped it down. My face warped in horror as I felt the morsel slide its way down my throat. Might as well have swallowed fire. Why did you do that? This somehow triggered my back to pop open slightly and begin spurting blood. Wasn't the book just going to do it for you? Did you really have to prove it? The bits of... I don't think you have to literally eat it. Like, swallow it. The bits of flesh I was unable to stomach were then quickly and rather ungracefully regurgitated onto the floor. I then picked up the flesh I'd spit out and tried to cram it back into my mouth. I was determined to keep it down. It would have been a lot easier if it hadn't been glaring at me from my hands, however.
Oi, やめてくれ!
I turned to face Shinema, who was practically begging me not to go through with this, and it's not like I wanted to, I just had to.
やめてくれ! 頼む、そんな簡単にいなくならないでくれよ。
I smiled. The sentiment was truly heartwarming.
あなたはいつも私のこと見てくれてたね。気づいてたよ。あなたが私を忘れても私は忘れないからね、石沼くん。
Shinima's eyes swelled up with tears.
ママ、ポンポン、嬉しかった。
I smiled again, even while tears were streaming down my face. This time, after swallowing the wall meat, blood began spurting from my head. Yet finally, my actions seemed to be having an effect as the wall in front of me began to fizzle away into a blood-red mist, ultimately vanishing before my eyes. Oh, I guess you did have to literally eat it.
やめてくれ。バカ野郎。
Shinma collapsed to his knees. Another shockwave rocked the whole of the dimension. It was so enormous that the ceiling fell in and the nearby wall began to crack. What ceiling? Whatever rickety parts of the school were left had begun crumbling around us.
大したものだ、篠崎あゆみ。逃げるわよ、巻き込まれる。立ちなさい。あの子を犬死にさせたいの。どのみちこの亀裂では止めに行くのは無理だろう。格好をつけさせてやれ。あれが幸子の血を引く後継者だ。
委員長。
忘れるものか、絶対。
Yeah, you will.
篠崎。
No, you quite literally will.
さつきちゃんの方は目を覚まさないんだが。
ダラダラしないでよ。涅槃ごとあの子に食われたいの？放ってくわよ。
よしき、行こう。
Before he left the area, Shinma looked back one last time, but I was out of sight by that point. Oh, look at that, they got stamina now. We carefully but swiftly made our way through the rubble of the former bell tower. Along the way, Yoshiki paused for a moment to look up at the stairs and caught a glimpse of Misto's clothes. So he died too, huh? It was only a moment's distraction, however. Yoshiki, like the rest of us, very quickly continued on his way.
Yuka!
Where's Satsuki?
もう少しだ。頑張れ。
急ぎましょう。
Yoshiki got up to follow, but instead just stood there. He wouldn't take a single step.
どうしたの？岸沼。
Naomi, still on my back, saw Yoshiki's motionless form and knew something wasn't quite right.
人の記憶から消えるだけで済むのか。涅槃を食い尽くした後はどうなるんだ。普通の世界に戻れるのか。
He seemed to be caught in a loop of doubt. He was trying to work through something in his head and didn't seem ready to move again until he succeeded.
よしき、何してるんだ。早くしないと。
あいつが今いるのはその涅槃の中だぞ。
待て、よしき。
He turned back towards the ruins of Heavenly Host and ran
お
off.
前ら出てろ。
And just like that, he was gone, fallen rebel blocking us off from the passageway he darted into.
嘘だろ。
Try as we might, there was no pursuing him. He made his choice, and there was nothing we could do to change things now.
仕方ない。急ぐわよ。
The school began to shake even more violently.
よしき篠崎
Not only was it shaking, but creaking and groaning as well. The school was definitely not going to stay intact for much longer at all. Hold on a second. Okay. Just making sure I had the right mic in. Because if I had the wrong mic in, I would have cried. The red and black sky began to get sucked into heavenly hosts like smoke into an exhaust vent, with the beautiful, clear night scenery of the real world peeking out from behind it. And slowly the blue sky of day crept into view, ousting both the moon and the horrors of the nirvana alike. The 6 pillars disappeared from the earth, leaving only giant craters in their wake. Where? I don't see any giant craters. Oh yeah, I do. Right under the text box. I was about to point. It's right under the Y of only. The rising sun shone upon the death-ridden world, serving as a beacon of light and hope for the people who'd suffered beneath what could have been and for a time was an endless night.
この世のどこでもない場所で嘆きと闇の支配する大きな呪いの濁流は優しい少女の血と存在の犠牲によってせき止められた。死の運命は覆らない。取り戻した友達の生きた証は、それにより生まれる新たな悲しみで世界を満たし癒してゆく。世代を超えて受け継がれてきた守護者のバトン。きっと彼女なら世界のどこかでまっすぐに守り続けてゆくだろう。私たちの記憶からも消え去ってしまった彼女にはもう言葉すら届けることはできないが、いくつかの世界と運命が融合したこの未来で。
ナオミ、ご飯できたよ。
はーい。
With a sigh of relief, Nakashima stood up and left her room. Next to the photo of her classmates, another photo stood on her desk, taking a Mochida's house.
きっとまた会える。力を守る者の矜持を胸に。
Hey, what about Yoshiki? Okay. Oh, okay. And here I sat in my own house in Hinoe's room, in the corner in a wheelchair, expressionless and empty, with the Book of Shadows on my lap. There was no fire in my eyes, no life. I just sat and stared at a single point in front of me. The reflection staring back from the mirror wasn't me. It was Sachi, the girl in black. Sachi's eyes were covered by her bangs. Her expression was impossible to read. She was unmoving, unreadable, untenable, just a reflection of me.
私が守るから私頑張るから一人でもいい
Book of Shadows in my hand darted its eyes around frantically, its tongue dangling limply outside the frame of the tome itself. The house sat in silence for a moment. And then the doorbell rang again. The reflection in the mirror was no longer Sachi, it was just Ayumi, just me. Book of Shadows reverted to, showing itself once more as a plain, ordinary, entirely standard leather-bound book. The blue-white stones were tossed up into the air, where they danced a bit before tumbling back down. I could easily catch them with one hand. I looked up at the White House in front of me and smiled a toothy grin, and I held onto those stones tightly, for they were my precious ever-after stones.
やっと見つけたぜ。
Well, okay. Oh my god. I got some achievements. Conclusion, cleared the true ending for each chapter, so that's the true ending. That's good to know. Let's look at the other achievement I got. It was Satsuki's heart unlocked extra chapter 7. Oh my god, there's so many goddamn extra chapters. Oh wow, there's a lot I'm missing. Probably from the extra chapters. The core of the Queen, the core of the Nirvanas, sometimes known as the Witch Queen. She was the leader of the European witches who were killed during the witch hunts in the Middle Ages. Had been sleeping within the Codex of the Witch's Wisdom, the Book of Shadows, but was awoken when Yoshie Shinozaki cast the Land of the Corpses spell, forging her into the core of the Nirvana. Sachiko consumed the Nirvana, but was then murdered by Principal Takamina Yanagihari, which freed it from her body and gave the Witch Queen life once more. Okay. Oh look, there's a character from Birthday Bash. Anatomical model. The remains of someone skinned by Sachiko. Yeah, there's... I just saw that's the girl that was chasing Yoshiku before. Red helm. Okay. Oh, that's the pyramid heads, okay. Well, I guess we're done. Yeah, remember Hayuki? Remember him? Anything else? Strawberry milk bun. One of Ayumi's favorite food items. Magari left one in Heavenly Host specifically to support Ayumi in her many travels, or travails, through the... Though, of course, Ayumi doesn't know that. Okay, so that explains that. I kind of like this. This is cool. Alright, well... I guess that's it. Why is new... That was weird. Hold on, we'll do that again? Yep. Look, both new chapter and bonus are both... They're both lit up. But then when I go to there, then it's not lit up anymore. Okay, so next up is just the... Oh, Jesus, there's so many of them. All the extra chapters. I don't know if I'm even going to bother doing them. If you want to see them, then tell me and I'll do them when I get back from my trip. But otherwise, that's all for this series. So, thank you for watching and goodbye.